If you were building a house, P&ED was getting the planning permission and choosing your design, and PS&E is working with the architect and engineer on the construction blueprints, picking the exact materials, drawing the wiring diagrams, and finalizing the budget. You wouldn't want builders to start with just a sketch on a napkin. You want a detailed plan. And that's what PS&E provides for interchange construction. With the Cherry Valley project, as PS&E progresses, the city and Caltrans will be gearing up for the next big step, acquiring any remaining land and then hiring a contractor to build it. So let's talk about that land piece next, because you can't build it if you don't have rights to the property. So major highway projects often need to use land that the agency doesn't already own. This could be slivers of private property at the corners of an interchange for widening, or larger parcels if ramps are being reconfigured. The term right-of-way refers to the land and rights to use that land for the project itself. Right-of-way acquisition is the process of buying or otherwise securing all the property interests needed for the project. For I-10 Cherry Valley Interchange, let's consider this. Converting to a diverging diamond might require wider bridge approaches and possibly new alignment of the on and off ramps. The project might need to realign a portion of Calamasa Boulevard as well. In fact, the city has a separate plan to realign Calamasa Boulevard slightly as a related improvement. We may need pieces of land from nearby properties to make those changes. Acquiring right-of-way can be one of the trickiest and slowest parts of a project timeline. Typically, actual property acquisition can only start once the environmental document is done and the project is approved, because you need to know exactly which land you need. You wouldn't start buying land before deciding an alternative, for example. However, preliminary work like appraisals and talking to property owners can start earlier to save time. So here's how the right-of-way phase works. You first identify properties that are impacted. The design plans from PS&E will show the footprint of the new interchange. Any portion of that footprint not already within the existing freeway right-of-way has to be acquired. It might be full property buys if an entire parcel is needed, or partial sliver takes, a few feet of someone's frontage. Next, we appraise the value of each needed property or easement. By law, the government must pay fair market value for property, basically what it's worth on the open market. The next thing is to offer compensation and negotiate with property owners. In an ideal situation, the owner and agency reach an amicable agreement